You alluded in the introduction that, Armit's been through some changes. It's had a lot of personnel changes. I think I'm the fifth MD within 10 years. I certainly have my intention to be the only MD for the next 10 years, ideally. My experience and background, I'm not really keen to keep jumping around. But culturally is the big thing I want to really bring into Armit. When you have a business which is fundamentally supplied by the likes of Le Fleuve, La Fleur, Giacosa, Sassicaia, or Tenuta San Guido, or Nalaya, you don't really sell those wines. You tend to allocate them. You tend to place them. You tend to have a strategy around how you manage their route to market. And I'm not saying any of that's bad. I mean, in some ways it's enviable. We don't. But the flip side is you create a culture of people who tend to allocate and don't sell. That's something that I really want to change within Armit, is we need to represent our suppliers in absolute terms and not just simply sit here and allocate wines to who we think we can afford to let have our wines. It breeds maybe not arrogance, but it certainly breeds an element of that. And don't forget, I used to be a producer for 30 years. I mean, we've gone into my background, but this is the first time for me to be on the other side of the fence. So I sit here as the MD looking at our suppliers. I'm absolutely in tune with what they are all thinking, what they are all worried about, because that's what I used to think about for 30 years. Yeah. And so I think it's certainly something that I'm very keen to drive, is that we don't just sell our suppliers, we represent them as the supplier. We don't sell product, we represent people. We represent their story. We are the supplier, if you like.